Welcome back. I'm Jack Thunderman, and this is Jack Thunderman's Supervillain Data Logs, Ep 2, where we're going to be talking about Twisted Reacher and Lala killear. So, let's get on with the data logs. Let's start with Lala. Who is Lala? She was a tech-savvy device-building engineer for the Superhero League, until, unfortunately, the Superhero League literally found out some of her devices were destructive instead of protective. Hence, this caused a major problem. And I mean a major problem. And here's why. You see, the devices she wanted to make were actually to try and tear parts of the world apart, but they kicked her out, trapping all her destructive devices in a secret vault only I built and me and the Superhero League knows. Now, she wanted revenge, she had anger, and she wanted vengeance against the Superhero League, so she experimented on herself to make her more stronger, and with her ridiculously high IQ of 525, she literally fused herself to being a cyborg with robotic parts. This includes 2 claws, a loudspeaker, a power pack, and just an incredibly high-pitched and dreadful singing voice to incapacitate a superhero and to cause innocent civilians to go completely deaf. So, how do we beat her? Well, it's a lot harder than you think. Her tech can be hacked by someone like me, but I have no access to even get a hack going in her mechanical systems. And I also need my mum and dad, Hank and Barb, with my 2 triplet siblings, Max and Phoebe, and my younger siblings, Chloe, Norm and Billy, to help me take Lala down with her partner, Twisted Reacher, who we'll get on in a bit. Lala is the second most wanted villain from the Hero League, who mastermind broke out of the high security superhero prison we've got in London. And unfortunately, Lala is strictly gone by a rocket-shaped hospital in London as her hunting ground. But that is not too far from the tower I built, and I've also got the power core that powers this tower for protective uses, but she and Twisted are working together to rip the actual Earth apart. Strictly so Mastermind can try and find a way to rebuild the Earth back to his image again. And actually, speaking of Twisted, he was a scientist who basically was rejected after experimenting a flexibility serum on himself by the Hero League, and so he is now wanting revenge, which causes his body to completely twist in gruesome and multiple ways. His hunting ground is by Big Ben. His twisted joints can twist and form into horrifying situations. He gouged his right eye out, so he's now got an eye patch covering his right eye. And to kill innocent people, he can twist and break their bodies to gruesome ways, which I did see myself by Big Ben, which is his hunting ground in London. He wants me dead. And with these 2 together, and with Lala's ridiculously 550 IQ, with Twisted 674 IQ, which is ridiculously high, I physically cannot beat them on my own. I need my family over here to help me beat them, and the only person who can give me green light access granting is Kickbutt herself. I literally sent her videos of Twisted killing citizens and the just aftermath of these victims. And Twisted is also the most wanted, number one most wanted by the Hero League. Again, he was freed by Mastermind, who wants basically me dead, since he knows I'm the only one who can match him in intelligence. Yeah. He kills me, there's no one to compete with him, and then he will use the tower to tear the planet. Which was the tower that I designed and built myself, which I also put a failsafe in, which only I know. Basically, Twisted has a little cave somewhere in the sewage system of London, and Lala hangs out in a very big tech headquarter company place. Now, these two are looking for the power core, which I have stored in a secret safe where only I know where it is, and this vault, which holds Lala's destructive weaponry, which she wants to get her medical claws on, is only secret and hidden that only me and the Hero Leagues, including President Kickbutt, know the location to, and she will get it at any means necessary. These two are so dangerous, I cannot take them on my own. I have to have my family here. I don't know how dangerous it's going to be. I don't know how I'm going to be able to beat them. They are literally wandering around here in England on their own. They're free, they're causing trouble. I have no idea what's going to happen. I know what a lot of you are thinking. 950 IQ. I'm smarter than them individually. I should be able to beat them. That's true. Yes, my telekinesis, my heat breath, my freeze breath is way more advanced than Max and Phoebe's. Yes, I have super hacking. But Yokolo, who was a superhero, was the last one to face Twisted after his mutation, actually beat him by becoming water and seizing up his twisted joints in order for the security to finally lock him away in a specialised cell. Both of them have specialised cells to basically dampen not only their power but their strength as well, and now they're out, they're restored in their power, their strength. Yes, Twisted can basically twist his face into terrifying means, and Lala can basically sing her dreadful voice through a loudspeaker which is connected to a power pack. That power pack is where a USB stick needs to be implanted for me to be able to gain access to hack it to shut it off. And I can't. And those robotic claws of hers are, well, they have special needles on the end to realistically pierce anyone who's trying to escape into something called a subdued coma. A subdued coma is when your body paralyzes and then you fall into a deep coma, allowing her to basically alter your DNA to suit her, if that makes sense. Basically, she's turning normal citizens into her, but she wants them deaf so they can't hear her coming, if that makes sense. While Twisted won't leave no one alive. He is killing citizens in the most twisted and breakative way to lure the Superhero League out of hiding. Kickbutt knows that she is trying everything to do that, to even resist his little temptations. And thanks to me, with all the data I've gained on them and sent to Kickbutt, she now knows how to somewhat beat them. Unfortunately, the UK has a superhero ban because apparently there was a superhero who saved everyone from a collapsing building, But then it collapsed and they thought that they'd done it, and so they put a ban in 6 years ago, so now I can't really use my powers. I might be disconnected from them, and unfortunately I've been working in the shadows, and it's complicating, and the only way that we Thundermans could ever become superheroes in public again is if the ban gets lifted, if that makes sense. I seriously need my family here, otherwise I am going to die. Well, that's what Twisted thinks. He doesn't realise I'm a superhero, and technically if he tries to break or twist me, it basically won't kill me, but there's a chance it could paralyse me or even make me incapable of fighting anyway. So, and my close combat's actually terrible, and I really need to find a way to get to the tower before they do, but if they get to the tower before me, it's near enough game over unless I can get there to shut it off. That's where I need my family, because I need their help, because together they have an IQ of like specifically over 1,300. But if me and my family work together, we've got an IQ of over 1,600. So we do have a much higher IQ as a team than they do, and yet I need them here, if that makes sense. President Kickbar, if you're watching this, please, before you send Max and Phoebe and Chloe after Mastermind again, send them to the UK. I need their help. This data log is a data log on Twisted and Lala and their intelligence, but it's also a cry for help. I don't know if I can stop them. And in return, if they come over to help me, in return, I will go to Secret Shores. I will go to Secret Shores and help them take down Mastermind. I don't have a lot of data on him. I'm still gaining data from Mastermind. I don't want them rushing in and then realise I can't beat him because they don't have the data and the info to be able to beat him. And if Chloe has this super explosive superpower, she needs my help to... Dang, cat. She needs my help to train her. She needs my help to train her. And that's why I've got a device that's going to. Jack Thunderman, out.